Okay, boys, I think we got ourselves into it here now. We're working on making some pontoon nose cones for our Seadon'T here. And what we got done, we got a bunch of styrofoam, rigid foam insulation, cut in a bunch of pieces like this, somewhat the shape. We're going to glue them all together, and what we'll do then is we'll carve them down to the right shape, and we'll break out some fiberglass and do that. So what I got over here, I got them numbered. I got each one a little bit smaller than the other, just with help for tapering it off. And we got some spray glue, and we're going to stick her all together there now, and we'll see what happens. Well, it's a lot of gluing and cutting and all kinds of foolishness like that. I got a couple of big chunks of foam here now with a curve on the end, and tried to make the curve rounded the other way too. It was a little bit of a challenge, but we're getting it. I have to sand her down now and probably trim off some pieces with a knife or a recip saw or something first to get the general shape, and then we'll sand her down and see if we can't get something fit to fiberglass. Alright, now while we're waiting for the foam glue to dry over there to get the sheets of foam all stuck together, we're in here working on some way to hold on the pontoons while we're shaping them and fiberglassing them and stuff. What I got done here, I'm going to have to put them on the back of the pontoons. Really, to get this done. The back is the same as the front, of course, but on the front there it's kind of in tight to the machine, and I don't really want to take them off. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to temporarily fasten them to the back, onto the back of the pontoons, and I got those sticks of wood bolted on there, so they'll come out and support them until the foam dries down there. I'm going to put a bit of spray foam between that just to hold it on. And then we'll shape it, we'll fiberglass it, and then we'll knock it off there and just do a few finishing touches. And theoretically speaking, they should go on the front and be able to be cocked around them and riveted on the front. And that's what we're hoping. Well, that's not pretty yet. Anyway, we got them on there. Fasten them on the back, right onto the back here with some spray foam. As you can see, that stuff is as sticky now as I'd not. So you can stick it on there with that, and hopefully it'll be nice and solid to make it easier for us to carve it off and fiberglass it and stuff. And then we just knock it off of there, hopefully. And we shall stick them on the front instead of the back. So far we got them like, roughly the kind of angle we want on them. I want some more V'd out like a hull of a boat though, if at all possible. So what we got to do now, we'll just, while this stuff is still half wet, probably just get some of that off of there. Yeah, we can pick it off after. Probably easier to get it off after it dries, because if it gets it on you, it doesn't come off, kind of lets it wear off, right, usually. What we're going to do now, we get this done here, we'll probably put another little bit of foam on the side here, and then we'll sand it down after we trims it a bit, and we'll kind of get her to a point up in the front here. And that should make her cut through the water a lot better than what she has been doing with her skis. Because what we had, let's see if I can show you, you might not have noticed them from the last videos. What we had were these Lexan skis that I made, and as you can see, that's the angle on them, which is not overly bad, but as you can see, they're flat on the bottom, so they're not V'd at all. So they're kind of pushing a bit of water we don't need to push, and every little bit of help we can get, we'll take it. See, we're only working with 8 horsepower. Alright, so we got our board and everything off there. We got it sanded down. We cut it with the recip saw to get the general shape. And we just sanded it down a little bit with the little vibrating sander contraption I got there, if I can remember what name that is, this thing. Yeah, sand it down with that. Try to take the sharp edges off it, because we don't want no sharp edges when we put our fiberglass on here. No 90-degree things or anything like that. So we got it all smoothed off. And this side too. So, I mean, it's not perfect, but it's pretty close to what we're looking for. Nice and pointy. My only concern now is when I get it all done, how hard is it going to be to separate that spray foam from the back end of the pontoon so we can put her on the front. But we're going to go now and we're going to get some, I have a bit of fire stop. I'm going to put some fire stop over this just to glue on some tin foil. Make sure that the heat from the chemical process of the fiberglass drying doesn't melt the foam, because that would like totally suck. Alright, I'll run in and grab a bit of gear now. We'll be back. Okay, now we got some fire stop put on there. Now you're wondering why I used fire stop. It's because it's expired, and when it's expired nobody wants it. So I figured, well, a thin layer of that should hold it on there. It won't melt the foam like some stuff, and should keep me tin foil on there nice and snug. And it was free, so the price was right. But anyway, we got it put on there. We got a layer of tin foil put over it, and we got it taped with some nice tape I got one time. They had it on sale 2 for 1 down the store there. I got some of that tin foil tape, the real heavy stuff, so that should keep the seams together, and it looks pretty hydrodynamic, as it were, like so. So all we got to do now is wait for that to dry, and then we'll fiberglass it. Get it all fiberglassed, and then we're going to see if we can manage to knock it off the back of there, fasten it on the front, and we're going fishing. Well, we got her fiberglassed. Put a bit of tin foil over here to stop it from sticking to the back of the pontoon. And got her fiberglassed over with one layer anyway. Not bad shape, boys. Got the V going on there like a boat hull, like I was hoping for. So now we just gotta wait for that to dry. Really like to put a second coat on there, but with the price of this stuff, I don't know if we're going to or not. We'll see how sturdy this is when we get her all dried up in that there, and see, is it going to be enough. Okay, we're going kind of off script here now. Well, like I had a script in the first place. I'm not overly trained in this sort of fiberglass stuff, but I used to watch Father do his boat lots of times, so you watch it enough, you get a half an idea how it goes. The fiberglass cloth is rather expensive. Actually, the resin is crazy too, but I needed really another coat on there, and I wanted to save a bit of money, so I had some of this drywall tape here that I don't like using on drywall. This is a fiberglass mesh. And I figured, well, this is only cheap stuff. I'd put this over the fiberglass with the one layer of cloth onto it, and fiberglass it. And it has the advantage of being sticky on one side, so it kind of sticks into the original shape of it there. And what we're going to do now, we're going to pat all that down to make sure it's stuck nice and tight, and we'll throw a bit of resin over it and see what happens. Woohoo! Well, we learned a lesson. And the drywall, fiberglass drywall tape, the mesh, I don't think I'd use it again. Bit too hard to cover. Don't think I'm really saving any money because it takes more resin to cover it. And the cloth, which is this stuff here, of course, kind of seems to melt right onto whatever you're putting the resin on. It don't actually melt, but it's really soft and forms around the corners better than what the mesh do. So, lesson learned on that one. However, we do have something resembling some nose cones here, and It's probably maybe the last or second last coat of resin on there now. And we will send them off, paint them, and put them on the right end. Not going backing up the whole time. Alright, that's good enough for me. It's close enough. We got a nice bow point on our hair. Got the both of them done like that. Got a nice thick coat of fiberglass on it. It's fairly smooth. Just a couple of little spots there with a little imperfections there. We might just drag the sander over it a little bit. Trim it off on the edge. Slap a bit of paint on it. And that should do it. We can put them on. Well, that's coming along quite nicely. Actually, looks pretty good. Definitely cut through the water much better. Yeah, I wonder. Maybe I could find a market for these things. Nah,